The sad end of Hollywood for Jennifer Love Hewitt. Can you imagine a voice role in an animated film drawing the curtains over the career of a much-beloved actress who used to be referred to as America's sweetheart not so long ago? However, such is the sad case of Jennifer Love Hewitt, the stunningly beautiful lady who took Hollywood by storm in the 1990s and continued to reign supreme for the good part of the 2000s. Things, however, went on a fast downward spiral once she decided to take up a voice role in the 2007 animated film Delgo. The film turned out to be a disaster at the box office and had the worst opening ever for a Hollywood film, showing in over 2,000 theaters. And Hewitt never quite managed to overcome the adverse effects the film had on her career. Since then, she's been on the fringes of showbiz, with somewhat sporadic appearances in both films and television. On the bright side, though, she seems to be enjoying her conjugal life with once co-star Brian Hallisey, as the couple announced the arrival of their third child back in September 2021. This sort of reverse Cinderella story is anything but rare in Hollywood, though, and it's not uncommon for many once much-beloved actors and actresses to disappear from public view all of a sudden. So here are a few more stories of some gorgeous Hollywood divas. We'll leave the male actors for some other time, who share more or less the similar fate of that of Jennifer Love Hewitt. Ashley Greene. The Twilight Saga might have been a smashing hit. However, many of the principal cast of the franchise unfortunately couldn't do too well in their subsequent careers. And this includes the almond-eyed Ashley Greene, who won not a few fans thanks to the Twilight franchise. However, outside the franchise, her career hasn't gone too well at all. She's been cast in a few big-ticket films since then, sometimes with big names featuring as well. For all that, however, films Ashley appeared in haven't done too well, and they've failed to curry favor with the critics either. Zoe Deschanel. Her stunning looks, mild demeanor, and more than anything, perhaps, those tantalizing eyes, made her the new dream girl of Hollywood back in the early 2000s. Her natural acting prowess and frank, no-frills persona in roles such as 500 Days of Summer in 2009 and All the Real Girls in 2003, or in the Fox sitcom New Girl, made her one of the most liked actresses in the industry at the turn of 2010. However, we haven't been seeing too much of her lately, whether on television or the big screen. So what exactly happened? For one thing, the Dream Girl tag is partly responsible for Deschanel's undoing. Once she'd been dubbed and seen as such, the actress was increasingly typecast in similar kinds of roles, and at some point, the audience was bound to get tired. Also, at the later stages, that kind of roles didn't suit her too well once she was getting on age. In addition, some industry insiders also contend that the fact that Deschanel has always been extremely low-key, gossip mags have never quite managed to get her on their pages no matter how hard they tried, and that doesn't always help if you're looking to build a successful career in a place like Hollywood. Finally, a number of unsuccessful films in a row didn't make her any more popular with the producers either. All that said, the actress herself seems to be quite happy at where she's at presently, concentrating mostly on her music career and appearing in a few indie films now and then. And one would think, quite frankly, so we believe, that's what matters most at the end of the day. Katherine Heigl. Heigl won no end of fans with her portrayal of Izzy Stevens in the ABC smash hit medical drama Grey's Anatomy. Many were of the opinion that Heigl was pivotal to the success of the TV series. However, that didn't stop the powers that be from showing Heigl the door. Rumors were that she didn't get along well with others. She also complained about extreme work hours, didn't please the studio bosses either. In fact, around 2010 or 2011, Heigl had won the not-so-enviable reputation to be difficult to work with. The actress had also had difficult relationships with writers of the films and TV series she worked in, most notably with Judd Apatow during the filming of Knocked Up in 2007, and with Shonda Rhimes of Grey's Anatomy. Despite the negative reputation she'd earned during those times, many have since spoken out in Heigl's favor and praised her for her outspokenness, such as when she protested about the 17-hour work schedule at Grey's Anatomy, or when she publicly described the film Knocked Up as a little sexist. Jessica Alba. One of the most beautiful and talented actresses to come out of Hollywood in the last decades, Jessica Alba needs little introduction to anybody even faintly familiar with American film and TV industry. Thanks to her intelligent and spontaneous acting, Jessica's won fans all around the globe, and unlike most actresses on this list, she never had to suffer from waning popularity. Even when her films flopped at the box office, Fantastic Four, The Eye, Awake, this surprisingly had little effect on Alba's overwhelming popularity. So why have we not been seeing much of her to date? Well, the reason is that Jessica Alba, now 41, has chosen to shy away from the limelight, for the time being anyway, and has decided to focus solely on raising her family of 3 children. Apart from that, she's reportedly keeping herself busy overseeing the operation of the Honest Company, a consumer goods business she co-founded back in 2011. Calista Flockhart. You surely remember that adorable and sweet young woman who catapulted to stardom in the late 90s thanks to a role in the Fox legal drama Ally McBeal. And Flockhart's popularity only grew with her appearance in TV dramas like ABC's Brothers and Sisters, and in films such as A Midsummer Night's Dream, The Birdcage, and others. However, Calista has not been seen too much on either big or small screen of late, and her fans may be wondering why. Well, informed sources reveal that the reason is that the actress is turning down, and for some time now, the majority of offers coming her way. For one thing, a somewhat proud and staunch homebody, Flockhart refuses to shoot anywhere outside Los Angeles. Additionally, she appears to be extremely close and devoted to her husband, Harrison Ford. While all that is nice and fine, that also means that sadly enough, her loyal fans can expect to see little of her in the near future. Sarah Michelle Gellar. Many saw the rise of Sarah Michelle Gellar as no less than a fairy tale story. First, she took the small screen by storm, courtesy of her appearance in the role of femme fatale in the original Warner Brothers supernatural drama, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Many strongly contend that, more than anything, the series owes its success to Sarah Gellar. And things only appeared to turn better for the actress once she tied the knot. In 2002, with Freddie Prinze Jr., her Scooby-Doo co-star and one of the most sought-after eligible bachelors of Hollywood at the time. However, for all her wealth of talent, not to mention her incredibly good looks, Gellar had actually found the transition to big screen much more difficult than she might have anticipated at first. In fact, Gellar's case amply reflects the harsh realities of Hollywood that can also be seen as a classic example of how a famous role in a long-running drama series can be both a blessing and a curse for an actor. For Gellar was never truly successful of freeing herself from the Buffy Summers persona of the famous series. That said, fans of Gellar would be happy to know that the actress has found a good amount of success and recognition as a voice actor, is a proud and happy mother of 2 kids, and is managing quite well with Food Stirs, the cooking and lifestyle brand that she co-founded with Greg Fleischman and Galette LeBeau back in 2015. Emily Bett Rickards. Although many critics attribute the success of the CW series Arrow mainly to the Felicity Smoke persona played by Rickards, the Canadian actress was not too happy to stay as long as she did in that role. Reportedly, she asked the producers to write Felicity off the script before the end of her contract. However, the producers were not willing to submit to her request. The result, another case not unlike that of Gellar of being pigeonholed in a single fictional persona. In fact, in an interview, Rickards admitted that she almost regretted the fact that the character of Felicity became as popular as it did, claiming that the role took away 7 years of her 20s. She did concede, though, that she understood well enough that a lot of fans loved and identified with the character. However, as for her personal ambitions, she obviously wanted more. Unfortunately, though, Rickards barely got what she rightfully deserved as an actress. Since Arrow, she's managed to land a few minor and supporting roles in a number of films, but never a starring role. These days, the 31-year-old actress is concentrating primarily on her stage career. Nina Dobrev. When Nina Dobrev didn't return for Series 7 of The Vampire Diaries, the tabloids were rife with rumors that the Sophia actress had been written off the series due to her breakup with Ian Somerhalder, her co-star in the series. It was only later revealed, though, that the breakup had nothing to do with Dobrev's disappearance from the series. According to her own admission, the discontinuation of the role was solely owing to the fact that the development of the character was complete at the end of Season 6. In fact, one can argue that it was a blessing in disguise for Dobrev since she hadn't had to face the same fates as an actor of those of Gellar and Rickards. She had been appearing regularly enough and often in major roles, both in films and on TV. Additionally, she's not doing too bad in her career as a singer and a model either. All that said, however, Dobrev still failed to attain the big star status she was billed for on account of her performance as Elena in The Vampire Diaries. Natalie Kelly. In 2006, Natalie Kelly made quite a splash with her role as Neela in the Fast and the Furious franchise film, The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. Since then, however, the Peruvian-born actress has never quite managed to break really big in the industry. She had indeed appeared in a number of major roles on television, but her big screen resume still remains rather thin. Many had predicted that things were about to change with her appearance in CW's Dynasty reboot. Kelly herself was excited enough to star in the role in the reboot of a show she was particularly fond of. However, it didn't take long for things to turn cold as the actress made her exit from the show after the first season. Kelly later revealed that in her initial enthusiasm about the role, she got a little carried away and consented to appear for the role without even reading the script. However, once the shooting started, she found that the work was not quite what she had imagined. The actress confessed that she felt stuck and limited and wasn't quite prepared for the schedule and the genre. However, for die-hard Kelly fans, there's still no reason to despair as of yet, since despite the Dynasty debacle, Kelly has managed to stay on the radar and had also appeared as the lead in the 2020 ABC rom-com series Beauty and the Baker. That said, one can only wonder what she would have achieved by now if she was only able to stick to her role in Dynasty.